Mhm. Hello, 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 everyone. It's Montique, Callie, and Joy. We are back to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, season 4, episode, I think like 11. It was like a boring name. Mission Impossible Road to Eutaw. Not Utah, the state, but Eutaw, Alabama. Um, we're going to play our intro, and then we will get into the craziness of Huntsville.
Now that's a picture.
Ain't that pretty?
Who is that one in the middle?
Girl, she fine, honey.
Hey, pretty ladies. Good to see you all again. So we are going to switch to Huntsville. I think we can do this effortlessly because we are professionals. But anyway, was that funny? But anyway, how would you rate this episode of Huntsville?
Well, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a 2. What the heck is that Scott family up to?
I'm give it a 6, a 5.
3.
I'm
What you give it, Monty? Just ignore my location.
gonna give it a 3.
I mean, because it was all wrong. It was just all wrong, right, Latoria?
I mean, and I do okay. So, before we even start talking about the episode, a lot of people were saying that they think this is Carlos's way of trying to see if there could be a spinoff with the Scott family. Do you think that there could be one?
No.
Hey, Miss Gucci, thank you.
No, I don't think there could be one.
You
Neither
don't?
today. No. I mean, what kind of show would that be? First thing we would need to do, look here. The first thing we would need to do is get the DA test. What you call the DNA test thing to know if the cousin is really the cousin.
Are you talking about? Oh,
Said, he said we don't even know this guy, right?
I know. You talking about Bernard?
Yeah, with them socks on. I love him. Because you know he was fly back in school, right?
I don't think that they could have a spinoff. What do you think, Joy?
Don't move. It's moving.
Oh, I need to Miss Antoinette. Shoot, I keep forgetting.
I think
Joy is thinking deep.
And everybody watching, what do you think?
I think it would be a different show. It would be more. It wouldn't be about. It certainly wouldn't be about business.
No,
would be kind of like
it would be about, But I'm gonna be honest. I could see it working. A Honey Boo Boo did.
Yeah.
You people.
But the storyline was Honey Boo Boo, the beauty queen. It wasn't the family. It was about her beauty queen. Kind of took off from there.
I didn't watch the show.
Her mama is more famous than she
now.
That's because she was a guy with crack.
Beauty queen. Yeah. Where's YouTube?
No, they used to have a song. They used to have a reality show.
I didn't watch it.
I didn't either.
But
My
it was
point
based
is, it's your country cousins. I
Do
can
you
absolutely
that,
see.
though?
I don't know. People would want it, but I would watch it because it might be interesting. Because if we
said it might be interesting,
I think it would be interesting. It's better than what I've been seeing on TV.
Kelly watches herself, if y'all had noticed, on another TV. So if you see her looking, she's trying to see how cute she looked. So a lot of people were saying it was horrible. They didn't like it.
Yes, I see that too, Miss Baby. Yes,
They could have a show on Wanda.
flipping her show to see
But
watch
she
the
just needs to
truck.
go to the Great Food Truck Race. Like, it does not need to be.
Yeah, I could see it. I could absolutely see it. And I'm not saying it would be successful, but I know I would tune in because Wanda is funny. Her wisdom might be off. It might not make sense. You can't never look at shoes and
They would
TJ
have to
Maxx
send
and
out the
Marshall
transcript
again.
before the show. They would
Wait
have
a
to send out the
minute.
transcript before the show.
Yeah, you could never look at shoes in a box.
I mean,
Not in a
how could
box.
y'all ever not go to TJ Maxx and Marshalls and
Old
wherever
Navy and get
your
their
shoes
flip-flops.
and not think, well, I ain't buying no shoes.
I can't buy no flip-flops from Old Navy anymore. They
Yes,
don't
you
come
can,
in the
child.
box.
Yes,
Right.
you can.
We got some country wisdom. It's funny.
I think she
You
would
can
have a
be
better
lazy
chance
to it,
at
and
selling.
we all have a relative like that. I think one of the, this whole thing about being country or ghetto, I think country is fun. I love the country growing up. I really did. So I would tune in. We ain't
So
never
all
seen.
of us
Have we
watching.
ever seen anything like that on TV? We always watching ghetto. We ain't
But
watching country.
We ain't watching.
Well, I mean, I've seen similar shows on cops.
Who's watching? Would you watch their show
I would.
if they had a show? So I would not watch it. I didn't want to watch. I was like, they cannot carry a show. That was some of my notes.
Well, about this number that I gave it, I'm giving it because this was a filler episode. This was stretched way too long.
Okay.
Because they trying to get us to this argument that we're about to see. I think that is going to be interesting. And they just tried to stretch it too long. That's all. We ain't have to know about Tisha's brother and this baby and all that. That's filler. It's just filler.
I don't know. Okay, what you say exactly, Joy? I don't think I would watch it, but it looks like a few people said they would. All right, so let's get to my notes, and if y'all have notes, let me know. So do you really care about Tiffany and her adopted parents?
No,
not one iota of interest. And I watched it. I was hoping that when she asked that barber, when he said, "I know her,"
it was gonna be her daddy.
Yeah, I was hoping he had said that. That would have made it more interesting.
What about the parents who adopted her? Somebody said they said the daddy looked like Prince. Did the daddy look like Prince to y'all?
No. I mean, I guess Prince 30 years ago, maybe, but no. Just like,
I felt him know when he said he was afraid to know that she was adopted, because that's what I don't know who I was talking. Who was I talking to? About that we should whether or not you should tell a child they're adopted. He said he would be afraid that she would no longer love him if she found out that she was. He did. He said I was afraid of it, and he started crying. And we were talking about, should you tell?
Oh, you thought that's why he was crying?
That's what he. Why did you think he was crying?
I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, he started crying.
I think that's a fear of a lot of parents. I mean, because I remember from Anne of Green Gable, they didn't want her to go find her family. I love Miss Anne of Green Gable. Anyway, because you do kind of think that they're going to possibly
love them
that
more.
Wait, that you thought. Elder Barge. That's what it was. Elder Barge, brother.
Oh, I can see that. Yeah.
Thank you, Tori. It was Elder Barge.
Yeah, he did look like he about to bust out.
Oh yeah, I guess he like Elder Barge.
I love Chico was my man. I went to go see him before he had just got out of prison, so I was doing the charade. But anyway, I didn't date him. He was cute. So some people were saying that this show was kind of like, I do too, Gilbert and Anne. Am I the only one who watched Anne of Green Gables? Okay, and read the book. Thank you, Gator. Gator is my people. That is my jam. Okay, y'all got to read the books. Anyway, I done lost my train of thought. All right. So Wanda, they go to see Wanda's truck. I don't have a picture of it.
It's
I may have a picture.
fancy.
I have a picture of it, but it's not the real truck.
You know that.
Don't show it.
Why not? It's gonna be cute after the fact. I'm telling you.
No, but I don't understand because, like I said last time, you can get a turnkey, which means you put the key in the ignition and turn for that amount of money. So I'm thinking that it. Do you think it's a storyline?
Well, I mean, I can't see them actually purchasing that. That one was gutted out. The only way that I could see her saying that was $40,000 if she played nothing for that truck.
That's not her truck, but that's what
You understand what I'm saying? If she
Yeah.
paid $1 or $1,000 for it, I can see it because you saying, well, shoot, I'll buy that with my stimulus check and just
Yeah.
have to gut it and feel. I could see you putting $20,000 to $30,000 where you got stain of the arts, things you need to cook well.
Because
I can see that.
Her name maybe not one to buy one that's already ready because she may want to move the stove over here and she may want the window to be right here. So she probably wants to customize and personalize it.
That's what I was thinking, but it
But
had
that truck right there.
Yeah, that was a 1988.
There's no way.
And the one, if you go on, because I did it, I got curious and I'm nosy. I went on Marketplace and I Googled a food truck just to see how much one that was gutted. I had a uncle that sold one for a couple $1,000s. I remember it was under $4,000, but I don't think his was as big as hers. But they were like $20,000 on Marketplace, and they were like old cars. Nothing was like a 2000 and nothing car. They were like 1989. So I think that's the going thing. Maybe it was a particular truck that they made at that time that makes good food trucks.
Food truck. Okay.
So it's possible. That's the only way I could see it. That she's starting from scratch from the inside. We saw that.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it's typical.
Okay, Miss Gucci, you have one of my questions. It's not start a restaurant, but why doesn't she try to sell some of this potato stuff in black first? See how it goes in there.
Well,
could it be her sauces, or
could it be because black is like a cigar lounge?
They have food though, I think.
They got finger food though.
I mean, because I'm thinking other than that, all that cigar scent and mixed with food would probably change the taste of everything.
That would for me.
Well, I would
shut up, Tori.
I wouldn't have necessarily
need a bigger truck if she
I wouldn't have never spent 40,000. Like they do have them, the ones that were 20,000. They came equipped with stuff, 20 or 25,000.
Yeah.
So she would have to go in and do a deep scrub, but I'm thinking it costs so much because they don't, even in the pictures it didn't look good.
That was horrible.
So you have to have I'm talking about even on Marketplace.
But I know, but that's for 20,000. She asking for 40,000 for that truck, right?
I'm assuming because everything gonna be spank new, just like
but
the $20,000 came with like. But the $20,000 came with the fryers and the stove.
Everything.
Yeah.
So, okay, next question. If Wanda has a husband and a boyfriend,
why
she need more so 40,000?
They ain't got no money. They on Social Security. They on Social Security.
You know what though? Wanda's husband, he's the one that's been up in Mel's DMs, right?
No, that's her. No.
Who's that? Who is that guy?
That's Tisha's daddy, and they have not dated.
That's not the
for like
husband or
years.
the boyfriend. That's neither one.
Girl, did y'all see Wanda when she did that interview? I was cracking up.
I can't even keep up. Yeah. No. What interview, Joy?
When she was explaining why she made the joke, whatever that she said, and she was like, when she said my baby daddy, I didn't know she was talking about Tisha. I thought she was talking about my baby boy T-Man because he the baby. Until she said Tisha's name, and she said, I ain't been intimate with that man.
With him in 40 years.
40 years.
That's no
Not
best
since I was pregnant with Tish.
Miss Gucci thinks that black is too
nice
for Miss Wanda's food. I think that they should start off small though, with like her sauces, her seasoning, and like black before I know she wants her own stuff, but
I don't see. Look, if that's why I don't think she ghetto too. Wanda want to take advantage of this platform. It may be a situation where Wanda may or may not been getting paid, or she just starting to get paid.
She said no in that interview, Joy. She said the first time she walked on screen, she got paid.
Oh, then I'm.
Oh, she said that. She said that
in that interview. Yep, she did.
I didn't know that. Oh,
yeah, I didn't know
always the first.
I was thinking that maybe this was, I've been making your show harder because she has.
She has.
Talk about Wanda more than we talk about
her daughter
Martell
and her daughter.
I mean, for real.
We do.
So I mean,
and we don't know their
and I'm not trying to censor Wanda on the show.
We don't know their salaries.
Like she should say whatever she wants on that show. It's her lives that she's got. That's where she needs to stop.
Okay, guys,
that's when she goes too crazy.
Why don't we know their salaries? Why do we know what everybody on Bravo makes?
I don't think we really know. We kind of guesstimate a Bravo. Do we actually know?
Well, I don't know. I mean, I guess no, we don't actually know. We just see what's online, but we don't see that same information for OWN.
Yeah, no, I don't think
that's a Bravo thing too.
Yeah, I really don't think she made a lot, but she said she got paid from day one. She could have had a friend contract or a mother contract or whatever, but she said she got paid.
Okay.
And
I was thinking that maybe this was them kind of paying her back.
Yes.
So to speak. You feel what I'm saying? And
I need to get
and this is her way. Look, at this point where y'all talking about this show ain't what it was meant, why did the only one trying to build a business?
She is. She really is.
That's she the only one trying.
Mel did her business stuff too on there, but they didn't really show too much. And Storm, they don't really show their businesses. Oh, is this where I want to go? Hold on. I was trying to find the one where Marco.
You see what Sandy said?
No, what did she say?
This is why you shouldn't do that.
What about the food?
Oh, but it backfired on her because
it backfired on her because the food truck was a bust because the food wasn't good.
Now I don't know
based off of one person's opinion.
Oh, she's talking about Storm.
There's a couple people that said that.
Okay.
Couple people said the food was not right. Most said it was good though.
I mean, that's to me that happens. I just don't think that any of the main characters, who's a business owner,
I get you,
trash anybody's venture, because even if the situation is just stupid, you're wrong with it. That's how you make your coins.
And I don't think any other people have downed each other's business.
Nobody.
Why does she have?
I'm gonna go ahead and express my love for him right now.
That's her boo, Bernard. We don't talk about him. So Miss Wanda needs an attitude adjustment. The way she carries herself on and off camera is very inappropriate, not good for business. I believe the only people that will buy her food is family. I don't know, because she said in that live that somebody booked her for that following weekend.
I think there'll be people that will support her.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so she said, she just said that she was invited to a big event. So event. I can't
nasty.
Right. Like we can't even say event.
I can't get it.
Or
where else do I have? Okay. So 40,000. Okay, I had that. Okay. So Tish, I don't know when she said that. She was talking to Marceau, and she was saying it all goes back to the Holtz. I never heard about an affair, but we know that it's not true. And she would not do business with Martell or in other because of that. But I thought that they said she had heard rumors, but before Martell, did she not?
Say that again.
Did she say that she had heard rumors about him cheating before Martell even said it?
Oh, yeah.
But on the show, she said, go ahead.
I don't remember her saying that. Go ahead.
She said, I wrote it down.
No, nothing else. Hi, Sandy. Did you see the picture of the food on the plate?
I did not.
I just saw the one picture.
They did say a fan recorded her. And she said on that interview that if that person plays the tape, she's going to sue them. So ain't no telling what she said, because she said in the state that they live, you have to let the person know you're recording them.
Oh, really?
What happened?
Wanda did
She
say
said
that
it on that
somebody poked
interview.
her in the eye. Did y'all hear her say that?
That what?
Wanda said she got poked in the eye during the confrontation. And
When
she
did she
said
say that, Callie?
on her interview, what, like recently?
Oh, I didn't hear that part.
Yeah, she said that, and she said she can't go into much detail, but it will play out on the show.
Oh, I did her say that everything will play out on the show.
Yeah, that was
but yeah, Tisha said that to him, and she was almost crying again to Marceau that she know it wasn't true. I don't know.
I think that.
Oh, it's another picture.
First of all, this new rumor that's going around not even sticking.
That one's let me stop because I'm gonna say
not
something.
Even
Go ahead.
because it's not even a part of the conversation. Because I was wondering how they were gonna handle this, but
what's new rumor?
I think Tisha's gonna have to see it or catch it, or it gotta be. You can't show a picture of his back. You gotta have his face.
Oh, that one. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Tisha's not going to break up her marriage for rumors.
I don't think she should.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't know why it's such a push to bust him doing something. I don't know. I hope he doesn't get caught, because I don't know that Tisha.
I don't want him to get caught. I don't think she can handle it. Yeah.
Yeah, I just don't want him to. I hope it's not true. I mean, no matter what, it sounds like it's true, but Sharita and
I didn't see Sharita in the interview. What did she say?
Did play parts of the interview.
Oh, they did play parts. Okay, they didn't play. I thought she said played a part. Yeah. Yeah, I did too. I feel sorry for Marceau in the interview.
Why did Tisha allow that?
How you know that wasn't his back? Come on, JJ.
I mean, but we don't know it was. I mean, we
don't know it wasn't. She said it wasn't, or he. Sorry, JJ. You could. I'm not saying it is, but
would y'all have to let y'all family sit there and go with y'all husband like that?
That was gonna be What would y'all do in that
I
situation?
actually, because Tisha. Well, I don't know why y'all shocked. She let her mama do it, but Marceau brought this one on himself.
How?
Because I do think I actually agree with them. Like, if he would just answer the question.
Well, I do agree with that.
Your wife, this would be an issue. You basically, they saying what we say. You make her look like a fool.
She does.
You think you're trying to be clever and funny.
But here's the thing: no one should have to tell her. No one should have to tell her she's looking like a fool. She knows that.
She knows it.
There's no way. There's no way in the world I would have let my second cousins and them sit over there and come at my husband like that. I just wonder. My mama's a different thing, although we're going to take that off camera. But no.
So you wouldn't let. So how many people feel like Tish should have took up for her?
She jumped in there all happy and what's going? I don't believe
they got her back.
That
they got her back.
Well, her mama should have her back. Her husband should have her back. The other people like that should have nothing to do with it.
Okay, so
unless Carlos said y'all want to try and get a show, bring it.
But he mentions them in a comment. He had to know that you don't go on national TV and tell your wife, regardless if it's factual or not, y'all come from the other side of the tracks.
Right.
And the other side of the tracks ain't gonna have nothing to say to him.
That's true. But did they not see him at the family barbecue last week? Like, why it's got to be on this show?
I don't think he comes that much. Even in the middle of that argument when he made it, that was the thing. He said, you're never going to spend time with my family. This is right before the pandemic, too. When everybody was getting COVID. I don't think Tisha cared. She got on. Y'all remember that?
Well, the curfews were
in that conversation, she was saying that he don't go over there. You don't hardly ever want to spend time. Tisha was trying to go to Birmingham. And this had to be like in February.
JJ, wait, Tisha posted a picture of his back.
JJ talking about that. I don't understand how that right there makes you think that's not their bag. What about that makes you think it's different from the other bag? Is it wider? Is it not as wide? What is it?
I mean,
I'm gonna take that down.
That's not proof to me. I
Right.
don't know if I could identify the back of my husband's head, and we've been married for 25 years.
Yeah,
I
it's not.
think
I
I
mean, you don't
could.
know. Let me stop. I'm gonna be nice. What else we got on comments? We don't know if. Yeah, we don't know. Let's see. What would they say was true? But they don't have the right to go at him or ask him questions because he isn't married to them.
That's true. He had to answer him. He didn't. But I still believe that the other side of the tracks was going to eventually say something to him. And if they had the opportunity on camera, they would. I mean, in a
Gator, I
sense,
agree with that. It probably was fake.
So, what do y'all
it's
think about
possible.
Bernard's?
My boo? Is that his
Now,
name?
Bernard is the one who said about the chopper, right?
Yeah.
In the car with her. Okay. Somebody said they was trying to match the roles. Look.
I wonder, is Bernard Wanda's boyfriend?
No, cause he's from Detroit. That's what cause she talked about him on that interview too, saying I don't know who he was, but he was from Detroit and he didn't have no chopper because he couldn't take it with him on the plane.
No, he didn't.
That's
What?
I'm just telling you what she said.
That's what Wanda didn't know who he was.
No, Wanda said that I don't remember where she knew him from, but he's from Detroit. He's one of their family members. It's not her boyfriend. Okay. And he didn't have the chopper with him because he couldn't take it on the plane.
Okay.
So he wasn't going to hurt anyone.
Okay.
Who posted all these pictures of Melody sleep in the car with Tiffany?
I'm about to put it on my thing.
That is a mess.
So, okay, let me go back in order. We done went out of order. All right, hold on. Let me find my notes, y'all. Let me find my notes so we can see. Okay, so let's talk about the Eutaw thing. We won't talk about this long. Would you go on a trip with Tiffany?
Yeah.
You would? Who would go on a trip with Tiffany?
You know, especially if there's outlet malls on the way. I would plan my weekend based on what's on the route drive. Yeah.
Okay.
Who
else?
West. Please, I'm getting on there.
I wouldn't go on no girls trip with neither one of them.
Why?
That seemed like I just wouldn't. They don't seem fun. Those don't seem like the fun girls to me.
Why not?
They just don't seem like fun girls. Like that you can keep with.
I think Tiffany can be fun once she gets a little drink in her.
I think they both could be fun. I mean, I don't know.
I think Melody is fun, but Tiffany's the one. She's more of an unquestionable situation. I ain't sure about that.
Maybe I ain't seen them have fun in a minute. Maybe that's it.
Well, I didn't really see none of them have fun in the low while. They always bickering.
Those was your lunch for the morning.
Oh, we got 7 comments. I'm trying to add stuff, y'all. And I'm the only one doing the comments today, I think. Bernard is her cousin. Okay.
Do I put this in the oven?
They have a recording of Bernard too. So they have them on a lot. Okay, so people are saying that the reason they feel like Wanda may be possibly off the show is because of that chopper comment. Chopper, is that what it's called? A gun.
What was the chopper comment?
The cousin just said he had one, and he was talking about Mel. She better be careful, kind of sort of comment. And with all the gun violence that's going on, that's why it could be.
Oh, a chopper is the gun? Is that?
Is a gun.
Yeah, that comment was barely picked up, but one of them mellow meters or mellow minions or whatever are taking this personal.
Okay, so
if you don't go get a chopper, you think he really gonna tell you he gonna go get a chopper on national TV?
He wasn't on national TV. He was on her live. Oh. He don't even.
Exactly.
So you trying to say that people have not threatened people on lives and when did it?
They don't. It's not even a real situation.
Okay, Joy. How do you think they find out before school shootings start? The person posts about it sometimes, and then they stop it. That happened at my daughter's school. I'm not going to tell y'all.
So can you tell me what
on live
happened at my
and talk about it before they do?
Can you repeat what the comment was?
You can't say that's not a real threat if somebody feels threatened. That right there, I'm not going to agree with.
Can you repeat what the comment was? Because I
don't have the exact words.
Okay.
He got a chopper waiting on mail.
No mail. Oh
yeah.
And a chopper is okay. That's not.
It's an AK-47.
You don't play with them kind of things.
You don't say that kind of stuff. And he's a grown man. He should know better. Crazy people, they do it all the time. They end up finding all these manifests. People post stuff they don't believe is going to happen.
Yeah.
You don't play like that.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't like it. I don't think she should be kicked off the show, but I think it's a learning lesson. You should not play like that. Mm. Yeah. I thought it was bad. Hold on. That's nothing to play with. Now they are working on trying to get rid of Wanda and expose to Scott. I don't want Wanda to be kicked off. I just want her to stop doing these lives. Look at you in this picture.
Wait, it's not just a picture, honey. Let me get the volume.
Oh, okay.
Legs, body, legs and hips and body.
Couldn't resist. Okay, I'm done.
Yeah, I see both sides in this thing. You should take threats seriously, even if you shouldn't play about a gun, chop a knife, stick, whatever. Right. I don't think she should be kicked off, but I don't think he should have done that. That's what I was wondering, if she's a paid, but they all do lives. Like Carlos or whatever don't have nothing against them doing all these lives.
And Wanda said she's not about to stop doing hers. Right, Victoria. Legs, hips, and bodies, folks. Yeah.
I was talking about Wanda. I think, and it's not even stuff about her, it's stuff about her grown daughter that she takes very personal. And she says, you can't talk about it. You talk about Tisha, you mess with me. She needs to let her daughter handle some of this stuff. I can understand it's hard, but the other parents don't do it. They let their kids handle whatever.
But we have to admit, though, Tisha has tried to stop her mother. And at a certain point, just think about us trying to stop our parents from doing something. My mom was like, girl, if you don't sit your butt down. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Though,
That's true.
At least heard her say it. Them sweetie pie hips. Right, Latoria? Wasn't he bouncing them, wasn't he?
I understand liking the attention. I think I would sort of like it, but there's got to be some type of boundary. Did you see? Let me see if I got it. Well, one of the sister, I think her name was Millie. She said that she didn't have any boundaries. She talked about the disabled. She talked about whatever. And I was just like, what's going on with these Scots? What is this? What does this say? Oh.
Nobody in that crowd is Bessemer. Look like
nobody in Bessemer look like they got shoes. I thought that was hilarious. What do y'all think? Do y'all think people in Bessemer got?
I don't even know there was a Bessemer.
Half the shoes Wanda wear. There she goes. I don't agree. She said she'll talk about the disabled, your granny, your kids, your what. And I just feel like the Scott family, they're doing a lot right now.
Girl, because they from the other side of the track.
That's not the Tisha. They the Moores.
But
I on the right side of the tracks.
Yeah. If Miss Wanda would just leave out the kid, I can't lie. I mean, I started liking Miss Wanda from day one, honey. I can't lie. The only thing that messes it up is when she does go a little bit too low with the kids.
Yeah, I like Wanda
too. Yeah. You know, they could probably have a hair special because with the different hairstyle she does from then and now.
Have a hair show. They could have a hair show.
Yeah, I'm serious. She wears the old school buns. Then she wears the new lace fronts. Her and Chris Rock could probably get together and give him some little bit more education.
Good hair part 2.
Yeah.
What was that called? Good hair.
And and her natural hair, because her and the granddaughter, everybody with all this long, pretty natural hair. There is something else there Miss Wanda could be doing if her potatoes don't work.
Wanda's funny to me.
I'm scared. Go ahead. What is it? What can she do? The good hair special.
Yep.
Okay. Callie's should be your manager, Wanda.
Part 2.
You like Wanda. I think all of us like her.
Yeah, just sometimes she goes too low. I mean, but come on, Wanda.
I just wish people. I think people take things. I do think that y'all take things out of context. Like I just think that everything should stay in context. You have your baby daddy, and Wanda comes back with a baby daddy joke, and somehow it gets you're taking it offense. You talking about sugar mama. You
That's too
talking
much
about
room
so
for
and so.
Okay, first of all,
I just don't.
I'm gonna say this: Tisha's a grown woman.
Allegedly.
Okay,
Allegedly.
if Miss Van got on here and start saying that your kids ain't by him because they this dark or they this,
That's
people
not what she
would
said,
lose
though.
their minds. I don't
That's-
care. You do not talk about the kids. Now she did Melody to
But
Tish.
she didn't talk about that.
If she did Melody to Tish.
But if she just said
Melody to Tish,
you
they're
need to
wrong.
know who your baby daddy is, that's not a knock. That's the argument. Is what did she say?
That's not what she said. She even said that's not. If you go look at that video, she said she talked about one of the kids. She said you don't know which kid I'm talking about. It could be Sugar Mama, or it could be the kid that's
she don't know if she was talking about that child, the one she aborted.
Right.
I remember
so she was talking about a child.
She said once she aborted the baby.
So that's talking about a child.
Then she was talking, and then she explained her train of thought. I understood. Just like she said when you said your baby daddy, in her head, she was confused why she was bringing T-Man in this because he had nothing to do with it.
He had nothing.
Joy, if there's
but she said initially that's what she thought until she said, I don't know, it's Tisha's daddy. My point
Wanda is too shady to be bringing up.
That's low. I don't care what nobody say.
And to expect us not
it's just if you read it in context,
if she don't say
it was in a situation, you say this, I say this. It's a
comment about a child that should not be made. One way or the other. If you're talking about baby daddy,
nobody that is not being emotional could really think this was about her children. This was always about Melanie. It's questioning her
Melody,
integrity.
baby daddy.
But when she did it, Mel came with the baby daddy.
Stop with the
only responded, baby daddy, because you respond because she responded.
The butts are just an excuse for Wanda to keep doing what she's gonna do.
And y'all are excusing this, and I would understand if she was talking about Mel to Tish and said something about Mel, or even Mel's daddy was something he ain't in her life. Whatever. Mel's a grown woman. Okay, Mel is grown. Tish is grown. Those kids are young kids. You just don't go that low.
And it's not just on reality
TV. I thought she was trying to get on, but
And it's not just on reality TV, Joy. I mean, just think back to when the president's kids are talked about. They used to talk about the Bush twins. They used to talk about the Obama's girls and what they were doing. Kids are off limits. The Bush twins, they was at parties every other night. Right. It's true. You just can't.
She never insinuated that the kids were dirty. What she said was
no, she did.
Her train of thought. If you listen to Wanda's train of thought, like straight up,
have to try and interpret it.
All she was saying was kids. She was saying, kids take up for they'll take on the beef for their parents, and that, and kids, they be jealous. You don't know what they'll do. They might cut Mila or so and so hair off.
And that's
she wasn't.
She shouldn't say that.
I'm not saying. Look, I don't think you should talk about kids generally, but I really don't even think she was thinking Mel's kids will cut their head off. She was talking about jealous kids, and in her mind, that's what a jealous kid would do. That's just her train of thought.
We shouldn't have to interpret her.
The family's not doing good. I don't know how Mel would treat my grandkids or her kids would treat them, so I'm just going to keep them away. But to go so deep as to say this hair thing took it too far. Like, there's ways you can say what you want to say without going so gutter. You say Marlo gutter, that was gutter. If you think Marlo gutter, Wanda has been gutter too.
I don't think that was gutter.
Oh,
because she said something directly about Marlo's so-called digs aren't ambiguous. There's no argument. It's clear what she tried to say.
That was shorter than her grandkids.
Was good for the gooses.
I think that's an assumption. But you know what's sad? I thought it was sad that that's exactly what we were thinking. That was something that had to have been a thought in our head for us to even make that connection.
Okay, Joy.
Let's be honest.
I'm not even a teacher, and there's context clues that we teach our kids.
About this.
You teach your kids context clues. You can read a story and get a context clue based off of what's in front of you.
That connection.
But Joy, we can.
Oh my God,
okay. Joy,
because that's not what she said.
Joy, we can think a whole lot of things, but we are too grown and mature to say them.
We are. It's context clues. Then she did say, she said, I didn't say
nothing
that hair was
about
nappy.
hair.
I didn't say that hair was dirty.
Now we want to go pick apart the hair comments
and kids.
Why would we be jealous of her?
Why would they be jealous? What would make them jealous? Okay, what would make them jealous?
No idea.
You have no idea
about
it. Cutting hair. What would make somebody jealous?
Next train of thought was, what would a jealous kid do to another?
What would a jealous kid do? What would they be jealous of? If you're jealous of somebody to cut their hair off, what are you jealous of?
How is
you jealous of they know? Are you jealous of they live?
First of all, it's an assumption. One would have to believe that the kids already took on their parents' beef to even think that there's a
Lord
be jealous.
Okay, they was jealous of their nose.
Am I froze? Was I froze?
She talked about their hair
a little bit.
Right.
I was saying that you would have to assume that every step that Wanda was said would have had to happen. You would have to assume that the Hope kids would be jealous of her kids, that they had taken on their parents' beef. But she did not say that. She said that she was talking about kids in general. She was saying kids take on their parents' beef. We never know. But my point to this is, if we're really listening to what we said, it was really sad that we would make the connection between those kids, her, and say that I thought that was, because it wasn't just you. I was reading the comments. It was a lot of I didn't. My train of thought didn't go there.
I can't have this conversation.
Okay, but so let me just say this real quick.
I can't have it.
Some people think that's way off limit because you're attacking basically these kids. You're going at a family. You are trying to destroy something. Who else thought that same thing? Marsal thinks his own mother-in-law is trying to destroy a family.
He said in his
own
words.
I agree with that. Well, then that's what I'm saying. Her comments
I don't understand. It's just
I agree with that. I agree when he said your mother is trying to destroy.
We're picking and choosing what's right for her to say.
That's why I can't have this conversation.
She didn't say
that. He's misbehaving.
She didn't say that. You talking about misbehaving?
Hello, ladies.
Hi.
How are you?
Good. What you got, girl?
Jesus Christ.
Well, Wanda. Joy, I can sense and feel what you feel, because Wanda is reckless with her mouth. She doubled down on what she meant. At first, I think the last time you guys had a live, I was here, and I thought she was saying like she really meant to talk about Melody need to find her dad. But I was there for that video for Marcella. When she came on, listened to the entire thing. Yeah. Wanda doubled down. She said it. No, it wasn't about Sugar Mama, but she said, I could have been talking about any of her kids. So it doesn't matter. And she said she's going to continue to do it like she has done for Melody. Right. And she's making up this excuse about Melody was smiling when Tisha was sharing with her that her mother had passed. And I forgot who the other family member was, an aunt or someone else. But when have we ever known Wanda to be quiet? Mm-hmm. If that was the case, Wanda would have been did a live or said something before now. And Wanda admitted any chance she gets to stick it to Melody, that's what she's going to do. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, but don't use her children. And so what I want to say is like some of the comments that I may make, I'm talking about anybody washing their hands because I'm a germaphobe. Mm-hmm. This was before COVID. My grandmother's from Texas. She raised us. So we would put the bleach in the dishwater. So I'm a germaphobe. So when I ask someone, well, they don't look like they wash their hand. It doesn't matter what class they are, what color they are. Hell, I don't even eat potlucks at work because if I haven't been to your house and see what type of environment you have, They threw a baby shower for me at work one day, and I didn't eat not one single thing, because if I didn't know you and I'm not there when it's opened up freshly, I'm
That
not
I don't
eating at
want.
all.
I'm the same way.
Now, Wanda is funny. She's entertaining. I really believe that she could have a show,
Yes.
even if it's just a couple of episodes, 4 episodes, 6 episodes of her flipping her truck and selling her potatoes,
Right.
because her family members are going to come along and using the country dialect, and we're going to be cracking up, having fun, because, honey, some of the best readers are in the South. That's where they come from. And even truth be told, even us, whether we're on the West Coast, East Coast, up north, our ancestors and our family migrated from the South outwards. So when we get comfortable, some of us will have that little country twang or whatever. So, but Wanda, the only thing I don't like,
and a lot of us are embarrassed by this behavior. We don't want to admit that either.
I think it's funny.
Say that again, Joy.
She said a lot of people are embarrassed.
I think a lot of people who really don't like Wanda are embarrassed by that. Embarrassed by her behavior.
Well.
And I'm not saying
you're absolutely correct. There are some people, because even they don't want to, and that's one of the reasons they don't want to see her have a show, because it's that mindset. Oh, they're making us all look bad. How are they all making us look bad? We're responsible for our own self. I just wish Wanda would apologize. And the reason I don't refer to her as Miss Wanda is because we're the same age. I'm not about to call you Miss and we're the same age. I'm going to call you by your first name. Now, my elders, I'm going to put a handle on it, as my grandmother would say. Put a handle on it, because it's showing respect. But we're the same age. I just wish she would apologize. There's no need in being stubborn. Just, okay, you know what? I said that I really don't like Melody. I shouldn't have said that. I wasn't trying to hurt the babies. And the babies don't have nothing to do with it. She could get at Melody any other kind of way. Without referring to the kids.
And we would still like her, I think.
Because
we would like her even more.
Right.
Because I feel like she could have went at Mel like, your daddy didn't even walk you down the aisle, or your daddy ain't even been in your life. She could have went to Mel's dad. She did not have to go to Mel's children. I don't care what anybody says. Context clues, she didn't mean it, whatever. She didn't need to go there.
I'm sorry for interrupting, ladies. Let me just add this one more thing. What I will agree with Wanda on, it's Martell's fault. Martell was sitting with Pete. He brought, he talked disparaging of Melody, and he sat around with people that he knew didn't like Melody and gave them the free reins, like it was okay for them to be disrespectful to her. Well, that ball is already going down the hill. You can't stop it now. It's already rolling. So in essence, he really looks like a fool. Why would you get on national TV to disrespect your wife and call her a hoe and all this other stuff and talk about what she done did to other men? Because you're hurt.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So on that.
So this is Martell's fault.
If they feel so free about saying stuff about her.
And Miss Wanda, your
Not
girl, Miss Wanda.
Martell said, Wanda did say that. Yep. That was something Wanda said, your friend.
Yeah, that's what Miss Wanda said too. Yeah.
That is true. I mean, in that case, that is true. But I don't think
we're not saying that.
Say it again.
We're not saying
I don't think that's the reason why people are responding to Mel like that. Mel has pissed them off. So this ain't about because of how Martell treated her. I mean, Melanie has done some things that have required people to have a reaction to her. So I don't think this has anything to
But
do
Martell
with
didn't help, is what she's
saying.
As a
matter of
when
fact,
the husband comes on and say stuff like, she's not taking care of my kids, she's not doing this, she's not doing that.
She didn't have an abortion.
Well, I mean, when you can spend a season and a half putting your husband's business out in the streets, he tends to bite back eventually. It wasn't just Melody.
It was the whole
she put his business in the street more than anybody.
Because he was the butt of a joke.
What are you talking about?
Because Martell, I always feel like I'm
I don't know what, Joy, you just want to protect the man man and you can go ahead and protect him, but he dog dirty and he's wrong. And they all were making Martell the butt of the joke. But then they want to switch it over to Melody like she was the one. Hell, I'm mad too. If he cheated on me and now you got a baby, a woman has a right to be fed up. And I'm going to tell you the truth. Tisha knows Marceau is cheating. Hold on.
We don't know that.
Tisha knows Marceau is cheating. She knows and she does not care. And we're not going to act brand new to this. There are many, countless
she said brand new.
That will put up with a man cheating as long as he's paying the bill and taking care of the home. There are a lot of women that will overlook not only cheating, whether it's with a man or a woman, they will overlook it as long as he's taking care of the home. No. There are a lot of women that are like that. You have older women that have passed it on to their daughters and the daughters passing it on to the granddaughters. Look at Martell's mama, how she, he ain't the only one that cheated. And truth be told, Mark Scott was the one that told on everybody too, because Mark Scott on his live said all men cheat.
Mm-hmm.
Every man cheat.
Joy, you got
and all
pressure up.
Right, Tessa.
I'm sorry.
Joy. I agree with you,
sorry.
Mr. Hayden.
But you know what?
Okay, so JJ, I feel like you and Joy are on the same team. Are y'all? Protect Martell.
That's because if Martell was ugly, they wouldn't be protecting him.
Sandy. They wouldn't, would they? You know they wouldn't. You know
if Martell had a body like Marcel's and that overbite
and that
and the knees, Monty put that and the knees,
legs,
head, hips, and body.
Y'all got me swirling.
Oh, JJ's not on your side. I thought JJ was on your side. Sorry, JJ. All right,
Joy's a queen. Joy can handle it, baby. She ain't break under pressure.
It's
Miss
amazing.
Gucci said, "Tell the truth."
But
did y'all ask me something?
What?
I tuned y'all out about 5 minutes ago.
What? If you're cheating,
you didn't, Joy.
She said she zoned out. That's my girl right there.
Yeah, she don't listen, honey.
Joy ain't the one. Joy ain't the one.
Okay. So anyway, let's get back to
what we get to.
Not the
I wouldn't tell nobody. If I would have been like Jennifer Aiden on New Jersey Housewives. Y'all would have to bring it out. She better than me. When she corrected her and said he wasn't sleeping with his secretary. He was sleeping with his office manager. Get it right.
But Joy, Jennifer Aiden's husband is very rich. Martell is not. Okay, that's the difference.
Well, all I said is, if I decide to stay with my husband, I'm not telling his business. If I decide to leave him, I'm putting all your business out there.
Yeah, I think that's what she was doing.
I don't understand, and I've said this before. Y'all laugh at me. If I'm with you, I'm covering you. If we ain't together, you done lost that cover. That's a totally different beast. And so I'm not feeling if my husband cheated and I forgave him, I ain't telling nobody.
Well, that's true too.
Platform.
Well, that's true too. But he was supposed to have had to stop before before they started filming and started back up. But let me ask you this: remember?
And wait a minute, but that still didn't stop her from making a storyline out of it. That's one of the issues.
It didn't stop him from putting his piece.
No, they hadn't. He said they weren't in communication until the show actually aired at the end, and she called. Yeah, Melanie picked up the phone.
Well, all I'm gonna do is say is a woman has a right to get tired.
Joy, what do you think about that? On TV, Andy Cohen said this: "Be ready for everything to come out."
What? Who said that?
Andy Cohen.
Yeah. What?
Oh, so about Nene.
If you go on reality TV, be ready for everything to come out.
Well, you know what? Andy need to shut up because he don't tell all the pale women dirt. So he needs
Well,
to
that
shut
is
up.
true.
Speaking of, did y'all guess who's filming? Poor Nene about to be pissed if she don't already know. Tardy is filming.
Who?
You lie. Oh, that's gonna
Tardy
help
for the
Nene
Party
lawsuit.
is filming right
No,
now.
it's not.
That's
Yes,
gonna
it
help
is.
Nene
Kim
lawsuit.
Zolciak and the family. What you call it? Keeping up with the Tardys?
No,
They are filming.
where do you hear that, Callie?
I'm about to post it. It's out here. It's published. Nene, somebody go and grab Nene's hand. Because with this court stuff, she's being sued by two people.
That's echoing. I don't know what it is.
Is it me?
No, yeah, I think it's been echoing since Misbehaving came on.
Okay, let me see.
Let me do something. What about now?
Perfect.
That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, y'all gonna have me burning up in
I
this
heard it
15-degree weather.
It is. It's still doing it, but just a little bit.
Just a little bit.
Just you can go on here, girl. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Turn on the AC. You see that sweat beaming? You see that
I
sweat?
thought it was canceled too. Okay. Anyway, let's get back to the show, y'all.
Okay.
Let's see. Do y'all think that the Eutaw stuff was staged?
Probably. It was boring. I mean, we could have done without it, but
This was a failure. This was a stretch.
Let me ask. Can I ask y'all a question?
Go ahead.
Just ask a question.
mm-hmm.
Tiffany was born in '87. Why was there a need for the newspaper man to mention people would get lynched in 1979?
I think
that was a cause for lynching.
I thought that was. First of all, I think a producer might have pushed that out of his mouth somehow in conversation because of the small town that they were in. And while the world might have tried to change, some of these small towns didn't, and some still haven't.
Well, I know that.
But I think he's trying to say that y'all think she was born in 79 and not 87.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's what I'm getting at. I know it still happens. There were a couple of people, I don't want to use the word, I don't know if it'll happen, if it'll affect you all's channel, but I know there were a couple of black men that went to heaven out here, and they by using a rope, and they tried to say that it was suicide. Now we were in uproar, like no, we're not doing that, and it was done across from a city building. So no.
So if y'all notice, y'all see this editing, people are saying she didn't have makeup on one. I think it's me echoing.
I thought they both looked cute.
And then the can is in there. It might be me.
Here, let me put my glasses
and they only showed just a few minutes of it. Yeah.
Let me see who it is. Okay. Talk, Joy. Joy's gone. Hello?
Hello.
I think it might be you. You have two things on.
I put you here. Let me cut this off because I
hit your mute button, Misbehaving, and let us see what that does. Are you muted? All right.
How's that?
That's better.
Much.
I know what it is. It's my little Bluetooth. That's what it was.
I told y'all to watch Cotton. I need to watch that Cotton Picking Truth. You was telling me about that. Okay. Oh, Joy. Hold on.
We need the Dr. Pre-HD back.
I don't know. Joy's on like 15 things, so we'll figure it out. Anyway, let's keep on going. So do y'all think that man was staged? Why was he outside? Some people was thinking that he was planted.
I think it was staged. I mean, it's a small town. They probably had to go up in advance and say, "Do you mind if we ask you some questions on camera?" And he first had to call and check with his parole officer, making sure he didn't get arrested. And then, he was like, "Okay, so yes, I really think they had to stage some of that, and that's why it was so short." Once he found out his PO was cool, he's like, "Let's talk."
Did y'all think he was gonna be her daddy?
No.
Okay. Why not think that? I was like,
they were close in age.
He was too, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, I know
the same age as
she's only 33. No,
what was the population in the town?
He said he grew up with her mom. Her mom hung around them.
But
so he had to be the same age as her mom.
But he looked the same age as Tiffany. Do y'all think
Tiffany looked 85?
Child. All right.
Do we know what the population is in Eutaw?
Joy, do you know the population of Eutaw?
This show is getting fake.
Yeah, it is. Because if it's not a
That's why I
small
just
town,
asked.
like 10,000 people, yeah.
Say it again.
Do you know the population
My
of Eutaw?
screen is in and out.
I'm looking it up.
Okay, somebody
The
looking at it.
population is, oh my God, 2,643.
It's a
Girl,
possibility.
be quiet.
And that was in 2020. So in these past couple of years, they probably are now up to 2,649. Okay.
Yeah, it's a possibility they know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
So yes, they had to stage a little bit of something, or there would have been nothing to talk about.
Because the school burned down, the records were lost.
Yeah.
Like,
well,
how
no,
did this happen?
he didn't say the school burned down. I thought he said it's no longer a school, but I thought he meant something else was open over there.
Okay, that's what he said. Hold on.
Was it Melody in the beginning or Tiffany in the beginning said the school burned down? That's why they were going there.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, something burned down.
I didn't hear that part. I thought the guy said, the one who said the lynching part, I thought he said that, well, yeah, but it's no longer a school.
Yeah.
As if it hadn't burnt down, but I could be wrong.
No, you're not wrong. You're correct. But before they got there to talk to him,
okay, I don't know.
That they were mentioning a school had got burned down.
Well, they had and the records were lost.
Okay.
So it might be 2 schools now. The scene was very cringy. The barber guy said the mother was pregnant when he met her in 1969. Does Tiffany have any siblings? I don't remember him saying in 1969, but he did say she was pregnant when he met her.
I tell you what, once that DNA test came back negative, that mama put her on block.
Okay. Yeah, I want to talk about that. So do you think the mom blocked her because she was embarrassed because she didn't know who the dad was, or?
She was a loose girl. Quite possibly. Didn't know who that daddy was.
No, he was born in 1969. That's what I thought.
That she was having a black baby.
Who was?
She gave that baby up. That mama made her get rid of that baby.
I mean,
but she didn't know who the dad was. Remember, Joy, that she had a man she thought was the dad. They took a test and he wasn't.
And that and sending
Joy.
What did you say? I don't know what Joy
hear
said.
Nobody doing anything. Are y'all still on here?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Okay, I'm back.
All right.
I can hear both of y'all. It's just Joy.
Joy, try to go in and out. Can somebody text Joy? Do a comment.
Joy, put Marcello on hold.
I keep going in
and
out.
Oh, there you go. You here? All right.
Okay,
let's see what else I got. Okay,
Joy,
I need you here for this. Can you hear me? Are you here, Joy? Dang it. Okay, so in the car, Mel says Tiffany was explaining how Louis wants more time with her. And Mel said, girl, you better listen to him. Joy, what are your thoughts?
Well, she didn't. Now, come on now. She didn't say it like that.
I want Joy's thoughts.
She said, what she said is not word for word, but she said, if he's telling you you don't have time for a baby, then listen to him. It wasn't just if you don't listen to him, he might go out and get some more coleslaw.
I really wanted Joy to say something.
Okay, I'm sorry. But see, Joy going in and out. She can't hear you.
Yeah, she can't hear me.
Let me go out and see if that'll help.
No, it's not you. I think she's trying to get on her phone. Don't forget. Okay, let's see. I think she's learning from experience. That's what I said too.
Yeah.
That she's like, if they say something, kind of listen to them. Don't shield your dreams, but still kind of listen. From what I was hearing. So the KKK, were they really lynching people in 1987 though? Hold on, Joy's coming on this one. Which one? Joy, I'm gonna take this one.
Yes.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Oh, you look cute on this one. It's got your skin glowing. What is this? Your phone?
That's my phone.
Mm-hmm. Them Samsung Notes be the ones, girl. Anyway.
So sad.
Oh, I got one. So what do you think about Melanie when she said I gotta post this real quick.
Let me put my glasses
got a husband as well.
No, Beyonce internet is punishing Joy for agreeing with Wanda and her messiness.
Right, but
I can't
with the
stand
Beyonce
y'all.
internet. Hey, let me see. One of y'all just asked. Can you hear me, Monty? I'm gonna just go back real quick and just to put it out there since we're talking about it. The last lynching that was reported was in 1981.
No.
Yes. Okay, you can keep on.
That is crazy. So, Joy, are you there? I got you on two things.
Yeah,
in Alabama.
I'm connected.
Okay, so what do you think when Mel told Tiff that she needs to listen to Lewis when he says he needs more time?
I do think you should listen because if for no other reason, because
Look at Monty.
I think more often than not, we don't listen when men are talking because we think we smarter than them. And in some instances we are, but I just feel like when your guy telling you ain't ready, he knows.
So
now I think it's the attitude of even if you're not ready, most of us will get ready.
Did you think it was weird coming from Melody?
She knows from experience.
Oh, I'm so proud of you.
While Mel may or may not be a person who tells us everything, I know she has to analyze and overanalyze.
Joy, you going out again? I think you're right, Hal. That's just Beyonce's internet. Because she agreed with Wanda. Okay, barbershop. Okay. Okay, so let's talk about these people. Joy, you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So you want to finish your comment? You said she's over analyzing. I just knew you was gonna be shady, so you didn't do what I thought. I'm proud of you. You growing up, Joey.
What'd you think I was gonna say?
I talked about it offline.
That's an open question.
Because I just knew you
I feel like you being real shady tonight.
I just knew. I was like, oh, I want Joy to answer this.
I feel like you being real shady tonight.
She is joyous. I love it.
I don't know how I feel about that either.
You can't say you didn't think Joy was gonna say something else. And Joy just done exited herself. Okay, on accident. Okay, let's talk about the Bessemer family.
Who is that?
You don't know who that is?
Is that the my boo?
Yeah, your boo's family.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look at him. You know he had good hair in high school and stuff, right? He had all the girls. I'm just telling you. That's when they wore the socks up to the knees. I know.
Okay. So what do y'all think about this family as a whole? Would you claim them?
Oh yeah.
I think we all have people in our family like some of the members of that family.
I'm claiming my family.
So you would claim them no matter what?
As long as we wouldn't, down at the court or nowhere near the cause. Yeah, we gonna.
Would you put them on the TV show?
No.
Would you claim the people from Bessemer, Joy, as your family?
Yes, I love Alabama. I grew up. A big portion of my childhood was spent in Alabama. That was some of the best years of my life. Even when I went back for college, I loved it. I would literally, prior to this show, my husband and I toyed with the idea of moving to Huntsville. I like the South. So yeah,
I'm in Tennessee, so I'm pretty close.
And I met good people in Bessemer. It wasn't
Bessemer mess. Would you have your Bessemer
girl
family?
Told me this lady was telling me that Bessemer was hood. Okay.
Who said that?
I had the worst internet.
We see.
But I hear you must can't hear me.
No, it wasn't. And I had mentioned a neighborhood. And I mentioned the neighborhood I lived in. And they was like, that's the nice part. I was like,
I saw that. They said you ain't talking about the bad part.
Houses in Bessemer.
Mm-hmm. So, but Miss doesn't
right. Live in a bad neighborhood. So I think it wasn't bad.
But would you let them be on TV if they were your family?
Have y'all
Joy?
seen the house?
I mean, she shows it on her lives. It looks pretty nice on the inside.
Who's? I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen Wanda's house? It looks really nice on the inside. Yeah.
I have the worst internet ever.
When I took my son, somebody said Huntsville hospitals aren't good. I don't know. No, I took my son there. Everyone was so. Oh, they like it. I'm sorry, JJ. I read that so wrong. I've been to Huntsville several times. People are very nice. How far from Huntsville is Bessemer? 2-3 hours?
No, like an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, that's not bad at all. Okay. All right. So would you have them on TV if they were your
79. I would. Alabama was fun. Like I said, you didn't know about Honey Boo Boo. That was the trash. I don't want to say trash, but those was about poor white people.
And I don't want to. So you would want to watch that show.
I mean, the Hillbillies. The show was very successful.
That was when they acting though. You're talking about Beverly Hillbillies and Honey Boo Boo.
Yes. Yeah, I was talking about both. But I know it was acting, but I'm just saying it was still about country folks. Mm-hmm. I know, but there's an interest there. And most of us don't live like that.
Right.
But I'm fascinated with it's almost like a culture within a culture. It's usually those cousins that we don't really talk about, but we love to visit. They have a good time, and when they gone, they gone. But I find it entertaining, and those are some of the best people that I've met in my life. That was country.
Callie, we have a question for you.
I love the South.
Are you there, Callie?
Many of us are only a couple of generations away.
Is Grandpa Bernard really your boo? Somebody wants to know. She ain't answering.
Hear me?
Oh, there you go. Okay.
No, he's not. Yes. He's not my real boo. He's my dream boo.
Oh, that's her dream boo, Gucci.
Yes. Okay.
So, do you think they got paid for this episode or no? What do y'all think?
I'm thinking that they probably got paid
I hope so.
By Marsal and them's paycheck. Like the way Portia, y'all think Portia had to pay the people out of her check? That might be how. Speaking of that, whose family would you rather?
You think Kiki getting paid?
Kiki's a cast. She's a member of the show.
You think Kiki getting paid?
Yeah, because Carlos said, when did you know that Kiki was going to be a cast member? He said that on his show.
Oh, yeah. I don't watch it.
And Tish said that she didn't know. She said Mel brought her on. She said that Mel and Carlos talked. No, their mutual friend told Mel that Kiki would probably be a good addition. Mel talked to Carlos. Carlos said okay, and that's how she got on the show.
Well, I thought now somebody lying now. It's either Tisha or Kiki, because Kiki on her thing said her and Tisha talked about it before she even came on the show, and what would be the topic of discussion. And
that is what Kiki said.
And then once she got on there, now everything has changed. So
we'll find that out. I'm thinking
both could be true. I think that Mel could have called her, and then she called Tish and talked to her. Both could be true.
Okay.
That could have happened. Yeah, she's getting paid. I don't know about the other people getting paid or not. Okay. So what do you think about Tish's brother T-Man going around telling everybody that this girl is pregnant? The girl told him to stop.
Right.
And he didn't. He did.
She's like not even a month.
Wait, and the fact that he's still married and not divorced, I could see another reason why she wouldn't want nobody to know that she's pregnant. Besides, it just being early in the pregnancy.
And then does Wanda take care of his 2 kids? Because somebody said she was like, I already got 2 of them.
I thought that's what the rumor was. Remember on that one season when she had both of the kids with her? And
Yeah.
Yes.
So
you're right. They
yes.
did say Wanda had custody of.
Yeah, because she said I already got two of them, and I was like, she can't be talking about grandchildren because Tish has 3, and T-Man had, so it had to be her talking about his 2 kids. That was me. Context clues, Joy.
Love it. That brain is good, isn't it?
So
oh
Lord, it must be a lot of dynamics going on with T-Man and the kid's mama. You know what I'm saying? His ex-wife
his ex-wife. I mean, that could be a show. Look at me. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
you know what?
That's what I was saying. Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know. So Chopper Man, I'm gonna call him Chopper Man. It's Callie's boo. Said that he called him Lord, what did he call him? He called Marceau something, some kind of freak.
Control freak.
Controlling freak. And he said, I'm either I'm a control freak, or I could be a controlling and a freak, but I'm not a controlling freak. And then he been watching Kenya Moore because he did a little twirl. Did y'all see him?
Well, he is from Michigan.
He said minion. What did he say? He didn't say minion. Oh Lord. Okay, so people was talking about Tish's. Did y'all see? Why did the cameraman keep showing the back of her hair? Did anybody else see that but me?
I don't know. I was watching the episode through somebody else's channel online.
They kept showing them.
Oh my God, I didn't even know that.
And I kept saying, stop showing the back of her hair.
Whose hair is that?
That's Tish. That's her wig.
You know, they took a picture of Erica Jane like that a couple weeks ago. Y'all
did they?
Yeah.
Watch it again. Yeah. They kept showing it. And I'm sure it's because her head was on the headrest. She didn't brush it. But I'm like, camera crew, y'all shady. Am I the only person that saw that? Okay, maybe I'm shady. Nobody else did.
Probably.
What did that say about me?
You pay attention to detail.
The wig was tired. It was.
Oh, she explained her hair? Who did?
What?
Who explained it? I think we got like 18 conversations. I'm doing the comments late. I'm sorry, y'all. Let's see what else I got. So if everybody is going, hold on. Have a good night, Dr. Leslie. She's a doctor.
Bye.
Dr. Leslie. I'm almost done. So say I lost my thought, y'all. Somebody else go. Oh, so it's saying that Mel and Martell are trying to ruin her marriage. But is her family not trying to ruin it by doing this?
They are. Yeah, her family's doing worse.
They both are.
So they both are doing it.
Because the family is giving it validation, but they both are saying things that are hurtful to her.
Melanie
about her marriage.
Stuff that's hurtful about the marriage?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
not the grocery store buggy, Latoya.
I think that after so long, you hearing your husband cheat, you'll start to believe it.
Yeah,
but she already knows that man is cheating. She knows.
We don't know.
It's alleged. She may already know, but that doesn't mean she wants us to know.
Everybody's know.
Yeah, and that's true. She don't want nobody else to know, but she needs to let it go. Either get off the show or just put up with it and ignore it. You're happy with your husband. Y'all was up on your little boat together with his large back
and them knock knees. So cute.
Everybody was saying she was happy to be on a vacation since he didn't take her to Atlanta.
Look as bad as I thought he would. He actually was nice with his shirt off. It wasn't that bad.
I thought he
had shirt. He's not talking about them D-cup breasts. Joy.
He was making them dance too. Y'all catch that?
Joy.
Oh my God! But look, you guys.
It didn't look as bad as I thought he did. He didn't look bad.
So it met your expectations. Like it was beyond what you thought. So that made it not bad. Yeah. Is that what you're saying?
Okay. Because he actually, when I saw him, I said, either he done lost. I was thinking he either lost weight or he wears clothes that don't fit him right.
Somebody said he had the gastric surgery. Do y'all think that's the truth?
Because he looks smaller than what I thought.
That he looked bigger to me.
Surgery, and Tish had a mommy makeover, and he had the gastric surgery. I ain't mad if he did.
I ain't either. I mean, men don't want to talk about that. But...
So maybe that is what happened.
Who had the gas?
They were saying that's what he did. I'm not saying it's true. I'm not saying it happened, but that's why he was kind of flabby.
I don't think Marcel's bad looking. I didn't know he had knocked knees though, so maybe shorts or
because
he's not bad looking.
Yeah, he gets right. He has not, but Maurice is heavier than him.
He is. Did y'all see him on the boat?
But he's they both two nice looking men. But that's okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see what else I got. So
yeah,
should Tish have sit there and just let her family do that though, or should she have stepped in?
No, she was happy they did it because she didn't want to be the bad person in the marriage.
See, if I were Marcel, now see that would have irritated me.
I would have been mad at her.
We would have needed to go on the elevator and have a Jay-Z Beyonce moment on the elevator.
Solange, yeah,
and the sister. You cut that stuff out. You let them stop talking about your husband. I mean, I wouldn't have liked that, but you know, they got their own little situation. I don't know what's going on in that little world.
And Wanda didn't say much this episode, or they cut her out. Everybody else did.
Marcel probably took $10,000 off the budget for that little truck of hers, and so she had to be quiet, or she was going to lose some more money.
I think they're all nice looking. I think Marcel, if he holds his teeth wrong, his mouth wrong, it looks like he doesn't have teeth.
Marcel, yeah. Well, you know, I
but other than that,
maybe because he was fully smiling.
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah, he's the only one that doesn't. I'm not saying that he just looks. Is Mark? I don't know what it is, but the cast members on the show look nice, and especially if they decide to put Chris on there, y'all better back up now.
Because
Chris Fletcher,
you know, the one that
was my God,
he's a nice looking salt and pepper
he's
guy.
A daddy, for real.
Yeah, he's really nice.
He's got his own show, y'all.
He's really personable.
He's got a show on WeTV or HGTV or something.
He does.
Oh, he does.
Yeah, look it up. He's got a show coming.
Oh, coming.
Yeah, it's not on yet. It's being filmed.
And
I was wondering why he and his wife ain't on here.
Yeah.
Do you remember, Joy, and Matik, the first reunions host of Love and Marriage?
Egypt, yes.
She is back. She is doing the reunion for, was it Love and Lockup?
Love and Life or Love something. Yeah. I'm not.
When I saw her, I thought, okay, I'm glad that's not
she
one
back.
of those.
We're not watching that.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Egypt. You're doing good. She has a show on WeTV or something too with her husband.
Is it good? Have you watched it?
I don't watch that either. But I think she needs to stick to that. Do y'all think Tish is brainwashed? Because Tish said, y'all think I'm naive and y'all think I'm dumb. And her uncle was like, you are.
I beg to differ.
I would have put him out right there. Are you my relative or not? What are you doing right now?
Mm-hmm. I don't know what he was jumping in for. Just stop.
Why say you are? Joy, you so much better than me. Because he did say I beg to differ.
He said I beg to differ.
I said you are.
I cracked up when he said that.
I about died. You hear me?
Are you telling me you wouldn't want to watch that? The conversations we would have. It's just like we wouldn't have, if Wanda and them had a show, I bet you we wouldn't have no baby formula crisis because they know how to make real milk.
Oh, yeah.
We would have had that spread around the world by now.
Yeah, we
she showed everybody how to make baby formula. Country people have a crafty way of life. It's just different. I love it.
So this is another thing about the rumor. Marcel.
Yeah, start with
Marcel. Let's start with Marcel. You're right. Okay, so Marcel did a live saying we're not gonna talk about Miss Wanda anymore. Wanda's gone. She's gone. That's all he really said. He didn't say. I didn't watch it all unless it was longer. That's the only little part I saw. Some people said his son said something. I didn't see that part. But Marcel responded, "It's cute when people think their title holds weight. It's a little humbling when they realize the only things that makes decisions like that is money. As much as I don't like her, Wanda will be filming, but Marcel is slick with us." You have to read it all.
Yeah.
So, do you think that means Wanda would just be filming with like the Scotts and maybe
That,
Destiny? And,
yeah, yeah. That
yeah.
she would have never been invited to the, everybody's events. But I
Anymore.
was shocked that even Kimmy invited her to that
I
event.
was too.
That's because
But
Kimmy's trying to take away from her husband's indiscretion. That's why.
you think everybody cheating. Everybody just cheating.
I don't think
Ain't nobody
everybody
faithful.
But
Well,
if
they say
your
all them
husband,
Huntsville men cheat, y'all. I don't know if it's true.
I don't think all men cheat or everybody cheat. But she had to wait, what, 4 years before her husband took her on a honeymoon. He wasn't taking her on any vacations. Then when the picture come out, he's taking her on a trip to Miami. It seemed like every other month.
Now they do go on a lot of trips, but he wasn't.
What I missed? So you said you think Maurice is cheating?
He was in law school. That's why he couldn't take her, and they got married in August. He was in law school.
Joy, they said they don't think they care about cheating. They men can cheat.
Yeah, their men can cheat.
I just don't. No, I didn't. I
don't
never
know.
said that. I ain't never said that.
I don't know if that's the truth.
But
I think it's don't ask, don't tell. Don't tell me. I don't want to find out.
I mean,
don't go looking.
Yeah, they wasn't married.
You shouldn't go looking because you go find something.
I would not go looking.
And that's where
I ain't finna. I'm not gonna sit around and obsess about it.
I'm not doing it.
You know, I mean, I wouldn't. I don't know how I would feel if my business was on display. It's one thing to have an embarrassment that's associated with being in the streets, and another one is when it's on social media. People are always asking you about it. You can't go to the grocery store and get you 3 bananas and an apple without
this is
stranger giving you advice.
This is their request, though. This is
because I really think
what they were getting into.
If Martell didn't have that baby, he might have a chance, but I don't know anymore. That's just me. What else? Is Tish wrong? Kiki comes. Okay, I want to say something about the cousin said he talks in circles. It would drive them crazy, and they're concerned because it bothers Tish. So all he has to do is say it's false, even if people don't believe him.
I agree with every word they say.
I did too,
because it's what I've been screaming. Like I really do like this whole cast for real. But I like Marceau, but he makes he thinks he's being clever, but he's making his wife the butt of the joke. Like, it's funny to answer a question. You got 20 girlfriends now. You know doggone well that man ain't got no 20 girlfriends.
No, he ain't got 20.
You know that you don't either. So when they say, is that a serious question? Or
that makes sense.
When he said, I can't really answer that for you, he's being clever.
Mm-hmm.
He think he's being clever. And we got a crack out of it because you see, I ain't forgot about it. And I swear I only said that once. But I get it. He's thinking he's playing to the cat. That's why I always think that he does more acting than anybody.
Yeah.
Because I think he plays into the camera. He plays a character. I'm sure there's some truth to who he is personally, but I think he's playing a character, and Tisha knows it too. So when we're sitting up looking at her saying, ain't no way my husband gonna answer me like that, even if she's mad in the moment, when the camera stopped, I'm sure he was like, babe, you know doggone well it's not true.
But she needs to tell him to stop.
We just don't see that side of him.
Yeah.
And when we saw a couple of weeks ago was a side, because all the other times he would have something smart to say. But I think that time he looked at Tish, and this was a little bit different. Tish was hurt, and the producers is probably forcing her to confront him.
Mm-hmm.
Tish has been hurt before crying, and he's never been concerned. And I mean,
girl, he had one tick. He had one wig, one tear, one big bag.
I mean,
he did not have a lot of tears.
I do think there's a lot of fakeness now. I think that's one of the issues that's going on with the show. It's losing how authentic it was.
Yeah.
But I do think that particular moment was real. I just do. Because I think that Tisha was hurt. I don't think she's good of an actress at all.
Mm-hmm.
She's not.
No,
she can't keep
I
it
just
in.
don't think that she is. Just like when the time she went to Tiffany and said, "So what's your dirt?
What's the
What's
dirt?
the dirt on you?" You know, somebody had just
Yeah.
told her to say that. That's
But
not.
she
I don't
said
think
it
that's her
wrong.
personality.
So okay.
She's not a good actress. I don't think Marceau is that good.
And another thing she said was, I'm not brainwashed. I researched to get the answers I need. And I'm sitting here like, so you are investigating everything.
She could have, I mean, it's possible.
But she say she don't read the comments. She say she don't believe it. But then she contradicts herself by saying there was a comment made, or I am doing the research, or I am doing that. She just needs to be honest and say it bothers me.
But she don't owe us that.
She owes it to, because if she said that to her husband, maybe he would stop. That's my point.
Yeah,
like, you
she
can't
don't
in
owe
one
us
breath say it doesn't bother me, but it really does, because he's going to continue it.
I think that Tisha got a little bit of me in her. She's gonna cover him until she decides to get rid of him.
I'm so overhearing this cover word.
But she's got to quit contradicting herself, Enjoy.
I think she's a very
covering
good
contradiction.
wife.
She's a contradicting coverer. She
have his back.
His wide back. She love him. I don't care what she love that man. And I'm here for love. When you love somebody, I just say I don't want to love somebody where I want to pawn my jewels and sell my house. But I do want to love you. And she loves him. I think she will pawn all her stuff for her some Marceau.
Tisha gonna leave Marceau when the youngest kid turn 18 and go off to college.
See, Joy, that's what I was saying too, JJ. You have to
research if I'm not leaving.
I don't know.
I'm agreeing with you on that, JJ.
Yeah.
That's how I feel too. You start looking, you gonna find
it.
But why do y'all think the crowd seems to? Why do y'all
listen to this? He doesn't cover her.
Now that I agree with.
Thank you,
Latoria. I agree with that too.
Latoria, thank you, Latoria.
Yeah,
I agree with that because he doesn't, and that's. I think that's really I don't know if that's a role, but you're correct about that.
He doesn't
cover her. That's why she sits there looking stupid.
I hate it.
And he's with a smile on his face.
Whew. All right, so I think that Kiki's gonna come next week.
But I thought he did a couple of weeks ago in that car. I thought that day he covered her.
He tried.
Well, he needs to practice.
Sorry. He did succeed for me. He did.
Did we talk about, or maybe am I behind on my episodes?
Go
about Canvas Beauty shading Kiki? Did we already talk about that?
That was last week, right?
Last week.
She walked in and I said she could at least say hi. She may not have to like her.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah. So Kiki is next week, which I thought was going to be this week. So maybe this will help because this bored me. I'm not going to lie, y'all. She's going to sit down. She's going to almost say something. But Marceau, this is the first time I've ever seen him get this mad.
Well, what's being alleged. I don't know. I just don't want to think he's cheating. But it's alleged that Kiki's about to burst out who he's cheating with.
And everybody in the family is like, no, don't do it.
That's what it is. So a lot of people seem to know. That's what I'm saying. I just don't think that. I mean, I know that families fight. I don't want to hear Kiki.
I don't want her to do it. But Kiki's husband is going to say, don't be talking to my wife. Did y'all see him walk up?
No.
I saw him walk up, but he didn't.
Carlos said on the nightcap that they're going to get into it.
Okay, that Kappa, he looked like he going to knock Maurice out. Both of them yeah. I think he didn't look like he played.
He looked like he was mad. So let's talk about, are we done with the episode? Because I was going to talk about the nightcap for like 5 minutes. And
we're done. Yeah.
Anything else? Anybody got anything to say? Okay. So on the nightcap, Tish walks out.
Quick question. I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Who would y'all rather, us here on the live as well as anybody in the notes? Andy Cohen's show or Carlos King? Which format do you like the best?
Neither.
I would like Carlos's if he would stop screaming.
Yes. Yes.
I think that is what it is, Joy. It's something about it.
Yes.
Screaming. Maybe
I agree, Joy, 100%. Okay. All right.
I feel like he Carlos. We have some Carlos. We have some Andy.
He likes Carlos better. Andy's okay. I like Andy's better. so far.
I really don't like either one of them. I only watch them if people on there that I like. I've liked everybody that Carlos has had so far.
He's impatient now.
I can't get through a full episode.
I used to watch him after Atlanta or
Andy. Yeah. I don't even watch him
the last time I watch him. But he used to kind of be like really nice and patient with people.
Yeah.
He seems impatient. Right. He seems like he's so over this. Like, dang, when is this half hour gonna be over with? Can we get through this question? He just don't seem like the same guy that was mesmerized by the people who's sitting in front of him.
Yeah, I think he's going along. I think he's going along with what's happening. I mean, people are kind of coming at him and the show. It's not the way it was.
Yeah.
But so far, and Carlos's may change, but right now it's just it's loud. That's all I'll say. Yeah, I agree with that. Carlos is
somebody feel like Carlos is acting, and maybe he needs to get into the groove. But I have liked everyone that Carlos has had on the show so far.
I agree with that. He doesn't seem sincere.
He really
and but I kind of figured that was because it's new. Like Carlos didn't seem comfortable. It's almost like he's gonna be extra
for a while. He feels like that's what's needed.
No.
Okay.
And it's not. The last show was too vulgar. Now, what was vulgar about the last show, Gator? Why I'm going to ask y'all a few questions. So Tish comes out.
Wait a minute.
Tish comes out and they booed. They said Marcel's name. Did y'all hear everybody boo?
No, I didn't pay attention. I looked at her dress.
Did y'all hear, speaking of vulgarity, do y'all remember when they was driving to Eutaw? And did y'all hear what Tiffany was telling Mel?
I wrote it down, but I didn't know if y'all wanted to get to it. Okay,
no, what was it?
I was like,
he says, I come home at like 12 o'clock, and he gets head, he gets some ass.
Then she must be lying, because isn't that the Lewis's?
When he goes to Atlanta, he's gonna say that she's not giving it to him.
Well, that's true misbehaving, because he did.
Yep. That's what's gonna happen in Atlanta.
So is she just doing that to get some extra points? I mean, thinking somebody's gonna like that and bring her back? Because I don't know why she thinks we like to hear about her tossing south.
That is true. I didn't even think of that misbehaving.
She's sending out them love signals to Martell.
Okay.
I don't think that's Martell's.
No, he don't want her.
Yeah, that ain't his
judge. I said judge. I don't know if that's the word. No. All right. But I thought that y'all hear, but I just felt like people really don't like Marceau and Tish a lot.
I think they do.
I think
they booed them.
I didn't hear them get booed.
Go watch it. Because she even said, y'all booing my man. Go watch it, girl.
Oh, that's horrible. I mean, because I was watching that part, because I was looking at that dress Tisha had on. That was a cute little $40 dress.
It was cute. You know, I liked her dress. I didn't like her makeup.
Yeah. But no, I didn't hear them boo her. I think people do like them. And I think people were kind of looking forward to seeing if they could carry a show without Martell and Mel.
Tish said that her and Marceau are the two most hated cast members. I can't remember why she said that.
Who said that?
Tish, she feels like that. I don't think they are. I think
I don't hate her. I like her.
No.
I like her.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think
they did boo.
Oh, wow.
Did y'all hear? Y'all didn't think that was?
That's all it was.
I thought that was kind of wild. What Tisha said about Mel and her mom.
Yeah. Okay, so let me see.
I think that was trashy.
What did she say?
Okay. We go. Okay.
Tamar Braxton's mother said it. He basically repeated it.
What was it?
Who said it again, Joy?
Braxton, Tony Braxton's mother in an argument.
Oh, laying it low and opening it wide or spreading it wide.
Yeah,
she did.
But she said,
"What? Okay, repeat. What was said?"
So the mother was. I can't remember what word it was in.
She was talking about the daddy. How he?
Yeah, she was talking about the daddy.
And what do you think about your dad's being in Mel's DMs? And she said, well, if she's excited about an old man being in her DMs, more power to her.
That
was cute.
Yeah.
And then he said, but you don't care about Mel being your stepmom. And she was like, she would be my evil stepmother. They want them a Scott. Her mama wants Mark and she wants something. And they both all over here spreading it low and putting it wide or something like that.
Busting it open and
busting it open and putting it, and people were upset about that because they
those are those millimeters, honey.
They feel like Miss Van has never said anything about Tish. Now, has she?
You don't even have to be a millimeter to think that was trash.
Yeah,
because Miss Van's never is not even an issue. Mel,
I'm gonna go ahead and tell Marsau or tell Tisha who Marsau's really cheating with now that she got cute with it.
I don't think she should have put her mama in it. Now, her Mel, talk about her.
Right.
I did not know. Thank you for letting me know. I'm gonna record and post that. I said, this what y'all supporting?
Yeah, you could go find it. And then also Wanda, I'm not talking about teenage pregnancy, but she done had teenage babies. She got a husband and a boyfriend. Like she and then she said her mama had 40 men.
You know, she's low key pimping. I mean, you know.
I don't think what she said about Mel I thought was cute. Like I felt like give it to her. Because Mel has given it to you. But I don't think her mom should have been involved. That's my only thing.
I don't think why does it seem so rehearsed?
I think it was added because it's a mom reference. All of this is about, you know, she's getting pushback now from her mom. So I'm gonna add her mom.
She did it for her mom.
Yeah, you talk about my mom and you going back and forth with my mom. I'm gonna come at yours.
But I don't think Mel started it with Wanda, did she?
Yeah, she ain't started nothing with Wanda Wave.
Wanda starts with everybody.
Well, I don't think that anybody starts anything with Wanda.
Right,
Wanda's protecting Tish.
Yeah.
He feels like Mel, she's always going to think Mel started because of what she said to Tisha. Because as far as she's concerned, she's going to protect her.
So my thing is,
because that's my daughter. I like how she say daughter.
My daughter.
My daughter.
My thing is, Tish know who Melody busting it open for. Were you with her busting it open? Right.
But I feel like Mel's fair game though. Like in my opinion,
Mel can be fair game.
She's fair game. Go after.
Well, when folks start coming at Tisha about her having cheating and having. Well, let me shut up. That ain't good.
We're not gonna say that. We talked about that already.
I know. I caught myself.
Jordan know what I'm talking about. Mm-hmm. Wanda is ignorant. Hey, Simply Beautiful. Welcome to our channel. Now, Mel Mom is more classy in my opinion, but Mel Mom looks like she can get down with the get. I'm sure she can, but she has that shirt like I don't do ignorance. I think she did that after that comment. Now she's selling the shirt. Mel's mom. I don't do ignorant. I don't do ignorant.
That's what her t-shirt said.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that was her response, which was very classy, very good. And she also has a second book coming out. I thought I put it on here, but I don't have it. Anyway, let's see what's next, and then I'm gonna be done. What do y'all think about Destiny? She said that she could talk about her divorce on this show, just not on the Housewives. Lord,
and that was all Carlos pushed that out of her in advance, I think.
So, okay, Joy, I think you answered this in another group. So, but I still want your response. When she was talking about the husband should cleave from the wife, the mother and the father.
That's scripture.
Right. And then she said, well, should Wanda stay out of Tish and what's her
totally different relationship.
But
she should.
So you don't think that Wanda is the third person in their marriage?
Now we're talking about should. Yeah.
Okay.
But we're talking a mother will always protect her child.
Oh my goodness, people. I'm not gonna read it, but that's what they say.
Think according to Love and Marriage.
Don't read.
Look, let me get my glasses.
I read that too. I felt bad to read that. Awesome response, classy.
Yeah, that was good. That was trifling talking about LeBarrick's mom. So do y'all feel like she was or was not?
I mean,
if that's her story.
She actually kind of hinted to this in the video where she mentioned she said his family. Because and then she said her family in the restaurant, and then when she was talking in almost the same paragraph, if we were writing it out, she said his mom wouldn't let me really get involved with. So I was thinking, she's talking about his mother. So she kind of hinted to these things before in interviews.
I have a question.
Mm-hmm.
If his mom just get like this, or was he always a mama's boy? Like, you know who you marrying. Do you know?
She was probably always a mama's boy, but first of all, we all think we got some kind of magic somewhere, and we gonna change a man, or we talk her, and we gonna create one once we marry him.
Hi,
And
Simply Beautiful. I feel like Destiny's poking the bear. I feel like Carlos is poking the Destiny.
I mean, I don't know because, like you say, but if you know, like I feel like if Martell knew Destiny was head every day, he should have known that she probably wasn't gonna do it. So if he and you was like, well, you got to grow. So, but Destiny, if you know that this man is a mama's boy and his mom comes in between simple stuff, you know he's gonna be like that when you get married. I would think.
But I mean, I think it's different because I think most of their relationship they lived in the same city, and then she moved to Nashville. I think it's totally different though when you live with somebody and you realize how much they can influence their life. And I think that their family probably with good reason think that he's a catch. This guy, they got that family restaurant. He worked for Bowen, and who is this girl? She ain't coming in to influence nothing. And Destiny probably had some Destiny energy that she needs to come to grips with, and didn't get a chance to know his family. Sometimes they just don't like people, because I think it's strange. I ain't gonna say my sometimes I wonder if my mother-in-law likes me. I've never had that experience before prior to um my husband. Everybody liked me. So I you feel insecure around them because you don't understand like what I'm doing. Like I have exes whose mothers I talk to.
Yes,
Me
Period.
too. Me too.
And mind you, I've been married for 25 years.
Yeah.
So to be in a situation where now I'm with this guy and you're not sure if they family like you, it kind of puts you on defense mode as well. I'm not taking up for her. I'm just giving an example. And then if they're not welcoming, I could see that. And there are some men that are raised in a Southern thought that this is your family, but this is our family.
Yeah.
And we ain't gonna
That's
tell
too
none of
bad.
our business, and all of this is still ours. That's your family,
I get that.
Yeah, I mean, I get that too. I mean, I did there. Let me see. There was one mother of a guy that I dated. He didn't like her. There's only been one mother that didn't like me, and so I didn't stay with him long. If the mother didn't like me, but my husband's family, oh my God, when we got divorced, I missed them more than him. It's so much easier when you feel connected to the family.
It
So
does.
to hear Destiny say they were together 5 years, then they got married and then divorced 3 weeks after she's
had a
gives birth to
baby.
a child. What happened in that last year that kind of broke up everything good? That was the 5 years.
And didn't they have a lot of miscarriages or something, or IVF?
Yeah, and I was like, this
this
wasn't no oops baby. Although they had the baby naturally, she had been on what do you call them, injections, trying to get pregnant. So this is purposeful. There was nothing about their life that was an accident. The only thing she said, she was about to start her second round or however many rounds of IVF, and then she ended up getting pregnant naturally.
So it sounds like they got divorced because she came on the show.
Oh, and she also made clear that when they were supposed to, I think this was the year that Tiffany came on, they were supposed to sign a contract together. And he decided to bow out, and I think she said she feels like he did that because they were going to automatically drop her, but they ended up keeping her. But they were supposed to be this other couple.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Oh well.
Yeah, that is. Yeah, he thought that they were gonna say no to her because he didn't come, but they ended up saying yes to her. Do you think she needs to stay on the show?
Well, I said no in the beginning, but now she finding the reason to have a storyline, and that's beefing with Melody. But before that, she ain't had it yet. I mean,
and she's got a new boo too. If he agrees to film, because she said he all man.
He wanted the Scots.
No,
He wanted the Scots, Maurice Scott or I saw?
No,
No.
she showed a picture of him, but she marked
Glued
out
out his face, so he might be ugly.
I want her to stay because I want to see her win. It seems like she's got so many people against her right now. I would like for her to stay and watch how her business.
I want to see her win too. Yeah, I'm with you.
And see, that's another thing. I feel like people are so used to seeing people when they get a divorce look like Destiny, like kind of struggle. Maybe
got to get out the house.
Got to find a new home. Got to build their brand and start over. Well, Mel, I guess, kind of planned it, so it seemed like she just maintained her upward trajectory. People ain't rocking for that sometimes. Like they downplay all of her success because they're not used to seeing. Ever since Shawnee, the only other woman we really could see do that after they got a divorce was continue to rise. But it's like everybody wants Destiny to win and love what she's doing because that's what they're used to seeing.
But you don't see, we haven't seen everything what's going on in Destiny life. This is a fact. It hasn't played off on TV. So you can root for her and cheer for her and know her storyline. She's trying to get ahead by talking bad about Melody and teaming up with the Stocks.
She ain't saying nothing about Melody.
Oh, please.
Come on, Joy. Mellometers. I always think somebody coming out.
You and this mellometer stuff.
I'm not a mellometer, but
I'm not a mellometer. I like everybody.
I don't like the name Mellometer, but I like Melody, so I'll be a meter, I guess. I don't really care.
Some people like cheer for her.
I'm not no mellometer, but
a lot of people don't believe what she's saying is true. Like but
Latoya, there's a lot of people that say some stuff we don't always believe.
Yeah. How we tripping? I was about to go, but I need to know how I'm tripping
because we want to see her win.
Melanie gave Martell enough rope to hang himself when she planned her out. Yeah, and I think that was it. Like she was able to, which I do. You feel like even if you are happily married, you should have a plan that if something happens, you'll be okay. Afterwards. Okay. I feel like that too.
Absolutely.
I think I said it before. People, if you go back to the previous seasons, they thought Melody was why am I echoing now?
Yes.
Okay, bougie and so forth. So they were happy to see her get knocked down a peg. But she didn't end up struggling like Destiny. She got on her grind and was hustling. She's intelligent and she made a way out of no way. And they hated her. They hated it. They all linked up together. That's what haters do. Link together to make the hate stronger.
And she kept growing, even though
even people watching the show ain't used to it. They ain't used to seeing it.
She kept growing, even though she left her husband. She even filed bankruptcy. She started the businesses, everything on TV while she's going through hell. She kept going up. That's a good thing to see. And I'd like to see Destiny do the same. I don't know.
I want Destiny to win too.
Yeah.
But it's more people like, oh my God, I hate that she's going through this. I really want to see her win. But if Destiny they probably wouldn't like her either because they're not used to women winning. They just not. They're not used to it.
Because that would have been good for TV, don't you think, to see her light getting cut off and Melody came and gave her money to pay that light.
That happened on the Real Housewives.
And did y'all hear, what did she say about that on the Carlos King show? She said there was not a notice on the door.
No, she said there was a utility notice.
And Melody she gave her $1,000 in
money for that. Then she was going through a custody battle, about to lose her kids or whatever, her son. Mel gave her money to help with the lawyers. And then there was a sponsorship. So it was like,
and so she said it was she never asked Melody.
She never asked, she just gave it.
And just like Melody said, she gave it. And she was like, no, I don't want to take it. And Mel said, girl, yeah, I know what you're going through. I've been there. Yeah. So I thought that was that's such a sweet thing to do. I hated to hear when Mel threw that out there as, I am a good friend. This is what I did. I just wish that wouldn't have happened. But okay.
I do too.
How we not used to women winning when our history is fun? No, but we're talking about.
I was just saying the same thing.
You're not used to seeing women go out of a divorce and win immediately. Name me some people. Give them to me. I'm waiting.
First of all, we're not down with that.
I'm not saying women are not winning. Don't get me on that because I'm all about women empowerment. And that was I win every day. I'm the breadwinner up in here. I make more than all about up in this house. So it ain't about that.
Ditto over here. Over here.
We're not used to seeing that.
It's not that we're not used to seeing people win. I want to keep seeing them win. That's for me.
But I hate seeing Destiny that y'all have seen go through a divorce and just be able to go up beside Shawnee. Go ahead, I'm ready.
I don't want to see. Look, some of y'all sitting around waiting on coleslaw to win with that little tea set she got.
Go
out
ahead, I'm
there.
waiting.
If you gonna win, you're gonna win.
Name them.
Name what?
The women. Who winning? Tell me. Name them, Latoria. Since you're saying I'm not saying it's happening, name them.
Destiny lose custody? Did Destiny?
No, they said that for a day or two, right, Joy?
I don't know if it was a day or two, but it was very short-lived. He was only like 2 months old, and he was a breastfeed baby. Like,
oh my gosh!
And they stayed in the same house. So her lawyer got it amended. They were still staying in the same house.
So why wasn't she getting the mail? Was he hiding it from her? Like, why didn't she know any of this?
Well, she probably was getting it. Didn't always go to her mailbox and pull it out. Sometimes.
I mean, she got served sitting on the porch. He just didn't communicate with her the same way Portia found out on Twitter.
No, wait a minute. She said she lost custody because she didn't do something she was supposed to do in those papers.
Well, she didn't. Okay, so he asked for an expedited divorce. He asked for a whole bunch of ridiculous things, the house, everything, including full custody. Well, when he filed it, she said that one day she had went on the porch to get her son some sunlight, and he got served. She filled it out, but she didn't go to a lawyer. She said she handed it to him and answered his petition. But she didn't call a lawyer. Well, so much time had went by. I don't think she thought he was serious. I do believe that when she said that, she didn't think he was serious. So when by the time she realized, oh, he might be serious, she went to a lawyer, and the lawyer found out she was already divorced.
Okay, yeah. Latoria, I'm not sure what you're.
She said all these women got divorced. We don't know if they struggled in between. I don't know nothing about them. We didn't see it. That's what I said. We have not really seen this happen on anything when a woman wins. I don't know if Harriet Tubman struggled after her divorce.
Okay, I don't know.
He did not tell me. I have not talked to her.
He never remarried though.
I don't know.
Arguably, Harriet Tubman died of a broken heart because
I don't know what you talking about, Tori.
I'm just saying.
Latoria, we just saying her name. Latoria, I don't think I said anybody didn't win. I want to see her win. I'm not saying we don't like when people win. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there was anything bad in what we said about that. I want everybody to win.
That her story about those serving papers.
That's correct. Simply, she responded to her husband and not the clerk. She said by the time she found out she was divorced, by the time she took it to a lawyer, she was divorced.
Yeah,
I believe that I can honestly believe at times that that she didn't believe that he was really serious.
Yeah.
I believe it.
Oh yeah, and then she
was 3 weeks postpartum.
Right.
She had only been home 2.5 weeks.
Yeah.
With a newborn baby.
So
nursing your breast still bleed. But like that, what could you do?
I still think you should follow everything because she knew who she was married to, or maybe she didn't.
Yeah, people should follow everything. Don't mean
maybe she didn't know who she was married to.
She was probably laying there in some postpartum depression, bandages, and just you never know.
But I wonder, is that show the reason that they're not together?
Probably.
I think it is
actually a valid point. I can't remember who made it, but that's actually
I think it is. I do think that they got divorced because he was doing something not bad. I'm just saying his family don't want that stuff on TV. I bet that's what closed the deal. Why else would you leave after your wife just gave birth? I mean, either you don't want your side chick to know, which I don't even think he shouldn't. I think it's more from a family thing.
Yeah.
There's some families don't want to put that stuff on TV. And like we know, you go on camera, everything's coming out.
And she has no family here, right? Or there?
I think she has family here.
So let me see. In 3 weeks, I was depressed and would not have. Go back to that real quick.
I think it's because I think maybe her dad lives.
It would have no shape to look over any.
So I was wondering if there was someone who could have helped her navigate through this, but maybe.
That's very, very true, JJ.
I mean, those 3 weeks.
You trying to get in a couple.
I wouldn't have believed that either. I wouldn't. I just couldn't imagine.
He didn't help her move? Wow.
I don't know much.
Move. Oh, he didn't help her
Destiny
move.
could have cheated. Well, we don't know.
I don't know.
I don't think she cheated.
I don't know.
I really
Tori don't like Destiny.
Like to do.
How come you don't like
I think
Destiny?
it
You
has
still tripping
something
off
to
the
do with that
PPP
show.
loan? LaToya still tripping off the PPP loan?
Yes, they mad about that PPP loan. People
I don't know why.
Y'all know
public assistance. I want all these women
here
on this show to win. I want us to win. We need to invent something so we can be rich too.
Yeah.
I'm tired.
I had an invention that I wrote in a book. It'll never happen now because of Instacart. But I wrote this book, and the guy was an inventor, and he invented this restaurant app where you can stand in line to get in. To
get in earlier. I mean, to get in instead of standing. Yeah,
you ain't have to be there. So they'll say if you come within the next 20 minutes, you'll be seated in 5 minutes. But it was a stay-at-home app. But Instacart has killed that. Yeah. Because I was like, when I heard of Instacart, I remember thinking that would have been a much better
than what you thought of.
Simply said, why didn't she hang on Martell?
Well, Martell and him was friends too, though, right?
Yeah.
They've been friends since they were 6.
I have a question. Did Tish say, people said that Tish said that somebody was like, and Wanda wants something. Destiny's daddy. And then that Tish said that she didn't understand how he dated Miss Marlene. Did y'all hear that? I didn't hear it.
Who said that?
So Destiny was saying that Wanda, because Tish said Wanda got 40 men. She even trying to get with Destiny's daddy. And then she said something like, I don't even understand how he dated Miss Marlene. Did y'all hear that? I didn't hear that.
I did not hear that. No.
Okay. That's what people are saying in some of the groups. That she shaded Miss Vanessa, Destiny, and Miss Marlene.
Well, let's face it, she's just like her mother, whether we see it all the time or not.
I don't know why she would have said that though.
Well, we don't know why Wanda says a whole lot of crap. She's doing what she was told all her life, talking crap.
I don't know if Martell's broke. Now I'm not gonna say he's broke.
He is.
He is not broke.
Well, you remember at the last reunion when he made that comment, he was so happy to finally get that paycheck. He was going through some things. He's admitted that. And so he got that paycheck, and then that's how he allegedly went and bought that house for cold potatoes.
She said she don't even live in a house. She said that ain't even true. Literally, that's what she said. I don't even live in a house.
Well, I think she's changing. She might be trying to change.
Joy said he's not broke. She said it.
He's not broke.
Ask Joy, right? Martell is trying to sell everything, right? Martell is trying to sell the aprons, the sit-ups, the sit-downs, and the Isabel wine.
Right to it work. Martell ain't broke, I don't think.
Yeah,
I think Mel probably has more money than him though. What y'all think? Maybe.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah. I bet her portfolio.
I don't know how much he got from the 40 acres though.
Did everybody get a bit of that? Do we know?
I think that was after the divorce. Because Mel got to keep. I think they really were reasonable in their divorce. Mel got to, because I think all of them got to keep everything that they actually put together. If they just had to change the name. So Holt turned into Melanie D. Holt. She had to change the name of her skincare line.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The 40 acres, and we know that happened after the divorce because of what he was saying to Fletcher.
So does Martell not own any of the acres? People acting like he don't. I'm thinking he would have to.
Who? Mel?
Martell has to. Martell and Mel do.
Yeah, I don't know if both of them do though.
Oh, really?
That's why I'm saying I think because Martell was still that deal didn't go through before the divorce. I don't know if they both are in a piece of it or not. I know that Mel got to keep all her stuff. Why
wouldn't he though?
Huh?
Why wouldn't he?
And that's why I'm saying I think he bought the 40 acres.
Jessie looks just like her daddy.
Because if you go to their website, it actually they have who the owner of that site is and everything. And everything says Martell Holt. It don't say Melanie. And if I only went to it. Shut up. I know what y'all thinking. I only went to that site.
I don't believe it.
Because of that in nest. I was trying to see how much the wine bottle is. I don't even drink. But somebody said that it was $100 a bottle.
Somebody said it was $70. I don't believe he would charge that much.
It's $30. We saw the prices now.
Oh, you finally did?
Or $40. It's something
not
reason.
So Martell still owns the 40 acres?
Yeah, I don't know. I think he sold it because I think that when he said, well, that deal went through, I think this is the deal. They had a deal on the table. But I think that was his alone. I could be wrong, but I think it was I mean, just think about it like this. Fletcher went to her to ask her would she like to work on that project.
She said no.
And I know, but I'm saying, why would she have to do that if she's part owner of the land?
But he didn't want to work with Martell. Martell was mad because he asked her first. Remember?
Yep.
I'm not even
Martell didn't have a builder's license.
I'm not orange. We ain't even talking
I'm confused. What you mean then?
I'm talking about if Melanie wouldn't be asked to go on a project on property that's hers.
You know what I'm talking about is it is time to get off this call.
Yeah, we need to go. I ain't got nothing else.
What I'm saying that she's that's what I'm saying. I don't think she owns that land. Martell,
he wants to know if she wants to be part of the building process of it.
I know.
Because you can own land and not be part of the building process, Joy.
I know.
Okay, so that doesn't. What you're saying is not.
But you would build that into your contract, wouldn't you?
I think that's what they were trying to depend on. Like Mel doesn't have to want to build on that land.
Who builds is totally different than who.
Yeah, developers wanted her to be part of the building process, not the land. Yeah, okay. They didn't want to deal with him, so she was gonna get a twofer. She was gonna get the money.
That ain't what I'm talking about. But okay.
I'm confused then. But anyway, anything else, y'all? Because I got my food right here.
Nothing else.
All right, we'll come back one day, y'all. Probably Monday. Look at me.
What are we coming back Monday for?
We do Huntsville and Atlanta again.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if we're doing Beverly Hills. Y'all have not said if y'all wanted to do it, so I don't know. Beverly Hills.
Wait, yes, honey, because the Tory and them they be going in on me. We can do it whenever y'all want to.
So okay, so I don't know when it comes on.
I don't either.
It ain't been good.
I don't know when it comes on. And then there's also Ultimate Girls Trip 2 about to come. I wouldn't mind doing that because it's got some good people.
Let's see how good. Well, I know that's going to be good. But yeah, that starts Thursday.
Oh, okay. So we'll figure out. We'll let y'all know when we're coming back. But we know we're probably going to do Huntsville.
They're dropping more than one episode, too.
Huntsville and Atlanta probably Sunday or Monday. Probably Monday. Anything else, y'all?
Nope.
We've been on here over 2 hours, and I've been waiting here.
Okay, y'all.
Be good. Thank you all for staying with us.
Peace out.
Peace out.